What's going on, everybody? Dr. Average Gamer Guys back yet again into another Rocket League episode. And today for you, we are jumping into the second part of our Blueprint Reveal series, opening, whatever you want to call it. We're jumping back into some PCC. You guys know how we're doing this. We've got plenty more of these to go through. And again, like I told you, a lot of these are probably going to be pre-recorded. If we can get to the blueprints here, these... A little bit of glitches going on. Just welcome to the channel. If you are new, links down in the description below. Twitter, Twitch, Discord. We're streaming just about every night, definitely on the weekends, and each day, starting around 7:30, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, at least for a couple of hours. If you come hang out, we're playing just a little bit of everything. Obviously, a lot of Rocket League, a lot of Call of Duty, maybe a little Pokemon Sword and Shield as well, and just whatever else we happen to be feeling like jamming at the time. So come hang out with us. Of course, if you are new, like, comment, subscribe. You guys know how YouTube works. We really do appreciate the continued support. We've continued to grow, which is really, really awesome. So just continue to grow our community, and we really, really appreciate that. And we got something a little special. I'm not going to talk about it too much. A little special coming up here pretty soon. So you may want to be a part of the. You may want to be a part of the team, part of the channel, part of the community. And I'll just leave it at that. But we'll jump into this. We're going to do another 100 of these today. I realized that the last one went so quickly that it only seems right. So hopefully we can pull some good stuff today. We've been opening a little bit on stream as well, and doing a little bit of that. We've got another series coming up here. That should, first episode, probably go up this week for sure. And so again, a lot of this, a lot of Rocket League content. We're still kind of feeling out the trading market as well. We'll talk about that as we jump into this episode. And I forgot to say this time, if you've been here a while, just thank you for the continued support. It really does mean a lot. Continued support on the streams. You guys at least stopping in, saying what's up, hanging out for a little bit whenever you can, and of course throwing some comments and just chatting with me down in the comments below of these videos is really, really fun. So let's jump into this. Let's see what we got. First one, Lime Dragon Lord. And we'll see if we can get some goodies here. So let's talk. I'm still hesitant to talk trading here. I want to do a video on it. I've dabbled my toes a little bit into it over this past weekend. Been kind of just keeping an eye on things. We're still, as of this recording, we are still in the trying to figure it out stage, is what it feels like. And that's totally fine. We expected this to happen. We expected this to be a part of what's going on. There's still a lot of negativity around, unfortunately, around the prices. Now, I don't expect Psyonix or Epic to come out anytime soon and address that. At least as of this recording, they have not. I expect that we may. I don't know. I don't know that they're going to do anything. If you really want to ask this is purely my opinion, not speculation. This is purely my opinion. My opinion would say they're not going to change them. They are what they are. The items that are in the shop are the items that are in the shop. These blueprint prices, they're not going to adjust very much. I can see, here's what I can see. I could hypothetically see, more likely than adjusting the prices all the time, instead of doing a double painted weekend, which we could still get, that was actually talked about. It won't impact any of the blueprints that you currently have. It'll just be essentially after game drops. But instead of in conjunction with a double paint weekend, I could see some kind of price reductions for crafting blueprints. To be really honest, that's what I could see happening. They're not going to probably adjust the credit packages in the store. To be honest with you, they're pretty good discounts as you go up. I'm not just saying that. I think that it benefits them and it benefits you. We got the zombies. Can't find the paint. That's all right. It benefits them. It benefits you to buy them in bulk. So it is what it is. So I don't see. Maybe, I'm sure during some kind of event they may do that, or Christmas sale or something like that. I don't know. But I can see instead of or in conjunction with the double painted weekend, some kind of special weekend, they do it where some of the crafting prices are a little bit cheaper. I could see that happening. That's maybe plausible. That might be like the middle of the road option, kind of make people less upset about it. I don't know. I don't at this point right now, I don't foresee any wholesale changes to the blueprint crafting cost. I just don't. Unless there is and there's a lot of really negative feedback. They may finally read into that negative feedback if people don't buy the items or people aren't spending the credits. To be honest with you, they don't care where you spend the credits, as long as you buy the credits. So if you've gone in and bought credits at this point, you've already basically said that you're going to purchase things. They could care less if you ever craft anything out of them, because they're not basically. I can foresee very few instances of when they would actually refund you your money for the credits. If you bought them legitimately, you're probably stuck with them. So I say all these things because I just think we need to, at some point for me, you've just got to accept that the prices suck, right? You can react however you want to react. There's a lot of negative reaction, which I think is, more than reasonable. I'll put it that way. I'm in the same boat, but at some point we've all got to say, okay, we're either not going to touch these, which is what a lot of people are doing, and that's perfectly fine, or you're just going to say the prices are the prices, and we can get on with trading, we can get on with getting items after the games, and we can do whatever. If you're big enough into trading, this is my opinion, if you're big enough into trading or you spend enough time trading, even if you're not a profit trader, if you spend enough time playing this game, there's some pink Dracos, pink score Dracos. Well, those are not so bad. We're not going to craft them, but that's not a bad blueprint to have. I'll finalize my point by saying this. If you're big enough into trading or you want to put the time into trading, now's the time to be able to do it. Trade the blueprints you're not going to craft. Build some credits up, and when something comes along that you want, keep an eye out on the market and either find the blueprint and craft it, or find somebody who's crafted that item already and just trade for it. Or wait till it comes in the shop and then get it. At some point, we've got to kind of accept it. We can continue to give feedback. I don't want to mistake that either. I think we have to be able to continue to give feedback. We have to continue to say, Psyonix, Epic, this is just too unreasonable, and we're not going to pay for it. And if you make them more reasonable, you're going to get more business, essentially. But again, there's a lot of, we talked about this on stream, there's so much data, probably market research. There's a dissolver. This is the first black market we've seen in, I would say, almost 200, if not more than 200 blueprints. We got really lucky with our first 30 pulling 2. We just snagged a dissolver black market, which is, arguably one of the best, minus some of the stuff that can come painted now. But this is really, really solid. So I'm pumped for this. These are never going to get me as pumped as crates were, because I don't actually have the item. Now this I could actually trade. This is what I'm seeing. I could actually trade this, at least for some credits. I'm obviously not going to craft this, because if I was to craft it, I would probably barely get my credits back, if that. But I can now have this black market blueprint that I can do something with, right? I feel very confidently I would be able to trade this, at least for some credits, which is pretty cool. So that's a sick pull. That's really solid. I kind of lost my train of thought, but I think it was along the lines of, we talked on stream, I talked about this. There's a lot of data, market research that Psyonix and Epic have gone into and know basically what the percentage of people are going to pay these prices for these items, and that they'll make whatever money they were making prior to the keys and the crates, right? That just is what it is. That's what's going to happen. They know that's in it. Now, granted, the reaction from the general community is not good, but again, I'm only seeing a small part of it, right? I'm sure, I've seen the Twitter, I've seen Reddit, I've seen, a lot of the trading forums and the trading sites that I'm on. A lot of people obviously really outraged, but those are people that are in the trading community and are at least seeing that side of the game. If you've never been into the trading side of the game, if you've never been to Reddit or any of the Facebook groups or anything like that, and you just load this game up and you're like, hey, I could get some credits and I can craft this. Yeah, you might be like, wow, $8 for this item sucks. But if you don't really know, a baseline price for some of that stuff, at least on the secondary market, that might not seem so bad to you. So I just think it's a really interesting dynamic that we've got to take into account. There's obviously a lot of people, you guys are all watching this because you enjoy crate openings or you enjoy blueprint openings and you enjoy at least a little bit the customization and a little bit of the trading aspect, right? You may not do it a lot yourself, but you at least enjoy it. You know it's out there. You know what happens. It's easy to do for the most part. There's a lot of people that don't, right? There's a lot of people that are just going to see a cool item and they're going to want it and they're going to have some credits and they're going to craft it. So I think we've got to continue to give feedback. I think we've got to continue to be vocal about it and be civil about it. And at the end of the day, give your feedback, make it heard, and then accept it and move on. Or don't deal with credits and items and use what you have at your disposal. That's what I'm going to say before we jump into this last one. Use what you have at your disposal, which is so true now more than ever. If you want to know how to build your inventory, play the game. Literally, that's all you have to do. The blueprints from the Revival series have some really solid stuff in them. Get lucky. Try to get lucky. Increase your odds of getting lucky by playing the game a lot. Get blueprints. Get non-crate very rare items. Trade that stuff for credits and trade into what you want. There's no better time right now than to be able to do that is by getting a free item dropped at the end of a game in the form of a blueprint that might be a special edition, good paint, or a black market that's painted, and trade that into credits. And all you have to do is play the game. That's it. That's all you got to do. It's crazy. And it happens every time we go into the special, holiday type events to get the eggs and the golden pumpkins and all that other stuff. But that's all you have to do. Just play the game. Just simply play the game. If you want to build your inventory, play the game. Be patient with the items that you get. Trade them in for credits and then move forward from there. Now, granted, is that a time painstaking process? Sure it is. But if you really enjoy this game, if you really enjoy this and you like playing the game and you like some of the special modes or you like grind and ranked, then you're going to be fine. To be honest with you, you're going to be fine. Play the game, work on your inventory, keep an eye on the trading platforms, Rocket League Trading Lounge, there's the Reddit group, there's tons and tons of Facebook pages out there. There's Discord servers for trading. If you're on Xbox, you can go on their marketplace, which I don't recommend. There's Rocket League Garage. I mean, there are so many places. Just take some time, scope it out, and just play the game. Just play the game. So that's what I'll say on that. We're going to finish up, as we usually do, with a rare decal. We'll see how we did here. Does this, let's see, is this going to include, no. Okay, so I have to stay on this. This little glitch where it won't let me stay on this. There's a couple of things from this update that at some point I will talk about. But let's see how we did here. This does not seem like it's in order. I don't know. Okay, so this is from the Revival series. I don't know that we're going to be able to take a look at what we got. I mean, this is weird because we did these the other day. We did Victory, or not Victory. We did Vindicator crates yesterday on stream. This is not pulling up my most recent, which is weird. We did really good. We got Titanium White Vindicator Yo-Yos and Striker Titanium White Clodhoppers. Interestingly enough, from our opening. Let's see, is any of this? We did some Velocity yesterday. We did some impact. We got some decent little stuff here. I don't think this is gonna work for me right now. Yeah, it seems like it put them in a really weird order. This might be close to what we got. Yeah, because I remember we got the Black Gaidens. So again, just some little more minor issues that we've got with this update. We got the Titanium White Chakrams. We did get the Zolver, which was pretty cool from our 100 here. We got Score Pink Dracos, which again, unfortunately, 1,600 credits to craft is not worth it. But we did, to be honest with you, we did pretty decent for this 100. Black Market, 2 exotics. I think we got a Gray Jaeger. Yep, we got a Gray Jaeger in there. We got some, to be honest with you, we got some of these decals that haven't come painted before, which is not the worst thing in the world. We got a Striker or Guardian Crimson Lone Wolf. Some decent cert stuff here, and I think that about wraps up. Yeah, because we didn't see any of that stuff earlier. So that's kind of where we're at. Not bad. Not going to spend too much time on that. We've done pretty decent on our blueprint openings. We'll jump into the next part of the series here probably in a couple of days, just mostly because I want to get through them, and I also want to stay relatively current. I don't want to record too many of these too far in advance, but sometimes that's what you got to do. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Hopefully I'm going to really use these at least for the next little bit. For the most part, to talk about just the game, the status of the game, my thoughts, just where the game is at, trading and psionics and epic and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully you enjoy that. If you don't, I will change up my dialogue and I will focus more on the items. But hopefully, since it's still fresh and the update's still fresh, we can spend some time talking about it. Again, do sincerely appreciate all the continued support. Again, if you're new, like, comment, subscribe. Links in the description down below. Please, please, please come join me on a stream here, me and Sloth, sometime soon if you get an opportunity. If we can't catch you during the weekdays, hopefully we can catch you on one of the weekend streams. Friday and Saturday are our big days, and we would just enjoy having you and chatting with you and seeing you and maybe playing some community games as well. So I've been Doc from Average Gamer, guys. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.